Rise and shine. We got the great Sue here.
You make me laugh. Well, CJ.
Oh yeah, we're live. Yep, music is live. Knockdown 1000 is here. Regular guy is here. I'd like to welcome everybody to Start Your Day with CKJ. Guys, today, Sunday surprise stream. I'm honored. We got the great, the legend, from
Don't say that.
the from the world famous 334 per XRP prediction. Video went viral, over 100,000 views. It's an honor to have you back on the show, Sue. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you so much, CJ. It's very appreciative. Thank you.
Oh, I really,
You're
really
embarrassing me, man. You're embarrassing me now.
you actually look so different. You look young. Would you you're looking beautiful today, Sue.
Oh, thank you. No, I'm an old bag, man. I'm middle aged. I'm a real old bag.
No, you would never suspect that. Let me tweet
I
this real
appreciate it.
quick. Special guest, Sue, from SO
Still with the grey hair, you know.
Esotric Trading. That's why I love you so much, because believe it or not, out of all the content creators that I say that have financial backgrounds and they say this and they say that, I think you're the only one that really echoes the truth with, wisdom and knowledge and experience. And I think that's what makes your channel so amazing, is people can know they can tune into your channel and they know they're going to get facts and hard work, and you bust your ass, for the content you create. So,
Yeah, thank
uh,
you. I do. And honestly, I always substantiate what I say. And, I just try to give people the most honest of what what I can put together, and hopefully that they'll learn from that as well. So
almost done sweetening it.
just have a glass of water.
New frame. Okay. Warning. Much. Almost done. My apologies, Bullish family. We got Sue on the show. We got to put some detail in this one. That's for sure. Yep. There we go. And we are tweeted. All right, let me say hi to everybody and we'll get this party started. I'd like to welcome everybody to Start Your Day with CKJ and the great Sue from Esotric Trading Solutions. Sunday surprise stream. Macdown 1000 regular guy. Nick 813 Crypto Fail. Carl Eric B. Johan Cambo Vision here in Super Bullish. Damn right, Cambo. Silas 921 Audi XRP Mike. Deshaun the Legend Goodwin, my brother, is here. Corey Anderson, 16, Nick, Dave, Nigel, Mr. XRPL, Lord Grey Ghost, good to see you, bro. XRP Slinger, 3 minutes till freedom. Sue is awesome. You got that right. We already got some fans in here for you, Sue. Sue
Oh,
is
thank
awesome.
you. Thank you, CJ.
Mission
That's enough of
XR.
that. You're embarrassing me, man. Please.
GRB Investments, Digital Asset Daily, good to see you. Crypto Mojo, Future JXRP, Slinger, Spanish Fly, Hey Sue from Spanish Fly, Mission XRP,
Hi, Spanish fly.
good morning, Sue. CKJ and Sue. Oh man, we waited over 2 years for this. Finally, Sue was back. Whoa, they're so happy to see you, Sue.
Hi, everyone.
What a surprise. Sue
Thank you,
is here.
CJ.
Yeah, what a surprise. Sue is here.
I only do this with CJ, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm actually
Won't
honored,
see me with
guys.
anyone else, huh?
She's actually turned down other people streaming, and I'm
Yeah.
honored that she would come on my show. Yeah, you're right, Peru Crypto. Sue is back. Sue is amazing, that's for sure. Guys, if you're not familiar with Sue, Sue does have a YouTube channel called Esotric Trading Solutions. And the one thing that I always loved about Sue, as out of all the content creators that I've ever watched, you know, some say they have financial backgrounds, but you can really tell the difference of somebody that has a financial background versus somebody that says they has a financial background. And I mean, Sue, her research is amazing. One thing we're going to highlight in today's video is, of course, the world famous 334 prediction. When they said once we get 10% of Swift's market share, she says that will value XRP at $334. Well, guys, we got good news. In 2020, Sue has got more bullish, and she said that prediction is low. And we will talk about that today. I know that excited you guys. Actually, guys, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Sue, what have you been up to since the last time we've actually had a chance to talk on the
Oh
phone?
my God, 2 years went so fast, Joseph. Seriously. I do. I've been traveling quite a bit to Europe, to Amsterdam, because I'm working with a business partner to create Udemy courses. So we've got 2 big Udemy courses on Udemy at the moment, and the second one that's coming out is a structured valuation approach for all the asset classes, including XRP. And excuse me, with that, excuse me, with that. We have Excel spreadsheets, we have references, resources, all sorts of things. So you can literally get the tools that I've used for valuing XRP particularly. But it goes through all the different types of cryptocurrency valuation models and looks at the pros and cons of those. Because obviously, when we talk about crypto, there's well over 3,000 coins and tokens. And some of them are more utility, some actually earn revenue, have real clients like Ripple and RippleNet. And so obviously the valuation tools are very different. So so I've been doing quite a lot of things. I have my own clients clearly within Esoteric as well, and just a lot of traveling really, and just doing a lot of work essentially.
Yeah.
Content particularly.
Oh, okay. Now, are you what? You're not in Australia no more, or you're traveling right
Oh
now?
no, I
Or
am. I've come to Amsterdam because I'm working in a joint venture with someone else in
okay.
terms of Udemy stuff, and we might be doing a Kickstarter, and we might even be thinking about doing something in Amsterdam for the XRP community this year, which I'll certainly have a chat to you, Joseph, about that before I talk to anyone else. So there's so much going on, and we just want to get more of a profile in Europe, XRP as well, in terms of the community. So there's just so much going on.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Super chat from my brother XRP Matt Morrow. Matt Morrow. Today it's a special day, Matt Morrow. I'm not sure if you ever had an opportunity to meet this wonderful woman right here, Sue from Esoteric Trading Solutions. I'm telling you, Sue, you're gonna have a bunch of new fans today.
Oh, thank
XRP
you. It's
XRP Matt
appreciated.
Morrow. Good morning, bro. CKJ and Susie. And all the Bullish family, because you, bro, I contacted Sue, and I am joining her guidance as next month. Boom. Is that what it's called? What, the guidance group or something like that? He said joining her guidance.
Is he joining Patreon or Slack or
Yeah, I think
like
he's talking about that. Yeah, we'll talk more about that.
Slack? Patreon, certainly you get exclusive content as well. And if you go to the $45 route, you actually get connected to Slack and Udemy for nothing as well. So there's a lot of information there, as much as you want to learn. So, and you get access to me too. So.
Oh, what? Ho! You get access to Sue? No, that right there, holy moly! No, that's worth it.
Joseph, you're embarrassing me now. I'm getting embarrassed. I'm glad you can't see how red my face is going.
Well, we'll definitely actually we're gonna touch more about that towards the end. Also, that's for sure. XRP Viking, thank you so much for helping me and Sue set up the stream and everything. I appreciate it. We was having technical problems, guys. That's what took a little too
Yeah.
long.
And it was from my side, actually, unfortunately. So I'm not very good with computers.
Oh, trust me, I'm learning every day. XRP Viking, CKJ and Sue, you guys are awesome. Much love, guys. Bullish family has your back. Damn right, Viking, you are a legend. And Bill Armstrong, thank you so much, my brother. Sue is a great guest. What? I don't think it gets no better than Sue, that's for sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much to all your fans. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
oh yeah, guys. Just like a digital asset daily said real quick, if you guys can help me out, I really appreciate it, and tweet it out that hey, we got a special guest on the show today. You know, the more people, the better. I really appreciate that. And don't worry, I'm gonna go through and tip all you guys. I'll find you. So I was going through your videos, Sue, and Sue, you got a lot of good content on your channel. I mean, a ton of good content. Uh,
Thank you.
one of them that jumped out at me is that Ripple possibly could become a bank. Do you
Mhm.
no really quick, guys, just let me give you a quick background on Sue. Well, Sue, could you give us just a quick background for people that don't know your background?
Yeah, sure. I worked in financial markets. Gosh, I'm an old bag actually. Excuse me, since 1985. So I've worked in banking, all the big banks, Morgan Stanley, Citibank. I worked for some of the largest Australian banks as well. Also worked overseas for private investment banks. Worked for fund managers. Worked as an equity broker. So worked as a bond trader. Worked as a currency dealer. So I've done it all. Basically, I started when I was literally about 20 and started middle office and back office settlements. So know Swift very well. As you know, Swift's like a very old system, 1973 legacy system. It's made with old software and all sorts of things. And everything they do now is just a band-aid approach, seriously. And I said many times in my own videos that Swift's like the horse and buggy and Ripple's like, seriously, I don't know, one of the fastest cars you could ever think of, or like a rocket ship, basically.
Wow.
And the fact is that Swift used Ripple's drivers, tells you that Swift are in a lot of trouble. And honestly, RippleNet is one of the best technologies out there. It works. Ripple themselves have, 300 main clients, but people tend to forget that those 300 main clients have millions of clients. So, if you look at the Bank of Siam, for example,
Wow.
Siam, Thailand, they've got 16 million clients. So we're not talking just about, Ripple having one client with Siam Bank of Thailand. We're talking about having access to 16 million clients. Or, for example, PNC, which is an American bank, they have 8 million clients. So
Wow.
every client Ripple puts on, like MoneyGram, they have millions and millions and millions of clients. People don't seem to
Wow.
understand that. And, literally, if you looked at all their clients, their clients are networks of other clients. So one client is not one client because they have access to millions of clients.
Damn.
So if you think about that, the usability of XRP going forward is going to be huge. Certainly, RippleNet, it's just a question of time as far as I'm concerned. I mean, Ripple could become anything. They've already taken over an exchange in Iceland. They could get a banking license easily and be direct competitors to the banks, direct competitors to anyone, fintech, corporates, you name it, they could do anything, right?
Wow.
They could lower the costs because, you do foreign currency with them, your costs are literally nothing, 3 cents compared to, if you do 50 million with a large bank, it's going to cost you $50,000. So, and take, anything from 5 to 10 days settlement, cash settlement, whereas RippleNet can do it within, 3 seconds or so.
Wow.
Another thing people don't seem to understand with RippleNet, a corporate or a client or whatever can use RippleNet internally or externally. And a lot of people don't understand that when RippleNet does something on my behalf and I say to them, I don't want to use XRP, RippleNet, the system internally, is still using XRP. And people don't seem to understand that in terms of the technology. Or alternatively, a corporate can say, I want to buy XRP externally and hold XRP as the bridge currency to get you to do the currency globally. So people don't seem to understand that the XRP usability is increasing all the time, the utility of XRP. And people don't seem to get that. And they don't seem to get that if Ripple and RippleNet are doing really well, then that value should flow into XRP. People seem to think that because Brad Garlinghouse said that XRP can stand alone, that it has nothing to do with RippleNet. Well, it does. I mean, what Brad Garlinghouse meant is XRP, if RippleNet didn't exist, XRP would still be on the exchanges where you could buy and sell XRP. Exactly. But there'd be no reason for XRP to go up or go down, because if RippleNet or the foundation wasn't looking after the technology of RippleNet and not maintaining it, then eventually RippleNet would get old and XRP, it may not work on the technology. So there is an absolute link. And to say that XRP has no value is just crazy. I mean, I've read so many different reports. The fact is, if you use XRP or if you don't, but you use RippleNet, and because Ripple are actually using XRP internally, you as the client is going to save 35 cents in the dollar. So if I did something where a bank's going to charge me, $1, if I use Ripple internally, I'm going to save 35 cents. So my profit line is going to be higher by 35 cents. If I use RippleNet with XRP externally, I save 75 cents.
Whoa.
So XRP by virtue of 35 cents and XRP by virtue of 75 cents has value, because it's like giving that money back to the corporate, to their bottom line, or to another bank, or to me, or to someone else. And RippleNet, again, the XRP is not a banking coin. It's a coin, and the technology is for everyone. So the thing is, if a bank or even a corporate can add back 35 cents to its bottom line, or 75 cents to its bottom line using RippleNet, that's like giving the corporate an extra 35 cents or 75 cents for every unit of XRP they use.
Wow.
If you think about that, that makes that corporate or that bank very competitive. Exactly. If they can do something cheaper than anyone, they can actually get more clients. Say if I'm a bank and I'm using everything with RippleNet and XRP, I can go to every other bank's clients and go, it's your beautiful dog.
Yeah, Pickle.
I love that dog with the bandana around its neck. It was so cute. I love dogs. I love animals.
I apologize if my mute is not working right. So bear with me one second.
Cute dog.
Pickle.
But anyway,
come here.
But if you're using XRP with RippleNet, whether you do it internally or externally, and you're saving that much money, you can go to every other bank in the world and show all the clients a mortgage rate of, say, 1%, where every other bank in the US is showing a mortgage rate of 3%.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So on the lending side, a mortgage rate.
They're going to undercut the competition big time.
Yeah, exactly. So me as a consumer, suddenly I see Ripple Bank, or even, if Ripple going to go that way, offering mortgages of 1%, and my mortgage is with the Bank of America or something at 3%, I'm going to switch from Bank of America to Ripple Bank. Exactly. And that's a big banking license if Ripple did that. Not only that, if they get a banking license, they get cheap deposits from you and me. Wow. And if you look at deposits, you're not earning anything. You put money in your savings account, you're earning zero on your deposits. Now, if Ripple did that, it's just incredible, because they get access to all the deposits that banks get, and then they can lend that on the other side through the mortgage side, which is money for jam, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I might give you 0.1% on your deposit, Joseph, and then on the lending side, I'm actually getting interest rate from you at 1%. So I'm taking, as a bank, I'm taking the margin in between.
Wow.
For nothing, right?
That's amazing.
And, and that's how Ripple could leverage up their balance sheet and literally get every client out there, and they could do it. I mean, they could do it. They could do anything. These guys are really smart. They could do anything.
Damn right. One thing you said that just jumped out at me is, and that's why I love talking to Sue, because she's had a lot of experience with using Swift. So this is actually, believe it or not, the first content creator who actually used Swift and can compare Swift technology to what's being offered today.
It's
Now,
shocking, man.
something
Terrible.
jumped out at me. You said over the years, Swift just continued to put band-aids on problems.
Absolutely.
What was their plan back in the day? I mean, just to continue to put band-aid on the problem, or, when technology came along, it wasn't sufficient enough to, oh, this ain't good enough. Or, what was it when Ripple came versus,
Well, I don't think
other
they
solutions?
expected. I mean, a great question, CJ. I don't think they ever expected, a payment and a receipt system like Ripple to come out, with incredible technology. And I mean, Swift are like the old IBM. IBM used to be a powerhouse, but they just dropped the ball completely. And
Okay.
other organisations took over the mantle with better, technology, like Microsoft and other hardware companies and software companies. So, Swift, had this monopoly with all the big banks in the world, like over 12,000 banks in the world.
Wow.
But, and so therefore they could take costs and gouge, every client that they've got. And that's why when we do a foreign currency transaction with them, even if it's small, you're paying 1,000 basis points, or 10%. That's why it costs us so much as individuals to go
Wow.
through the banks. And I mean,
Damn.
that's nuts. I don't know what it's like for you guys, but we get charged a fortune if we want to buy US dollars through the banks in Australia who all use, well, they are using Swift, but they've been testing RippleNet with XRP for years. And certainly CBA has, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, which is the largest bank in Australia.
What
I
on
mean,
for
they've
the
been,
foreign
they've
exchange?
been yeah, and see, Commonwealth Bank of Australia, the largest foreign exchange dealer in Australia and globally, and they have millions and millions of clients. And they've been using RippleNet and XRP internally with their internal offices in South Africa and that sort of thing
Wow.
since 2015.
And
So,
that's what people don't
Commonwealth,
realize. Behind the scenes, it's like, this technology has proven itself. People don't realize from
absolutely.
2013, 14, this just ain't something that happened yesterday, right?
And,
They've
and
been,
people are so stupid. Obviously, non-believers in XRP and Ripple, they say that it's a scam. They're so dumb. Honestly, it's frustrating because the thing is, think about it. Ripple's got 300 main clients and their clients they've got millions and millions of clients. If the technology didn't work, right? If it didn't work, Ripple would be sued from here to we say in Australian Timbuktu, which means you would have your ass sued off as quick as you could, say Jack Robinson, as quick as you could blink, right? That's an absolute. You'd be sued from here to the earth, right? And the company would go broke if the technology didn't work. But I know, I've seen it, the technology works. And anyone that says it's a scam, seriously, they don't know what they're talking about, seriously. And there's one particular person who loves Bitcoin. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to give him free marketing, but he doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, he really doesn't, seriously.
Why is it
And
you think people would for like people like me, you, the Bullish family that's done so much research, and we understand the impact of the Internet of Value and the potential it has? What would
yeah,
make somebody say, "Oh, this is a scam"? Like, why wouldn't they take something serious or even try to really reevaluate themselves? Why are people like that? Why do you think that
great
is?
question. I think sometimes people are just so fixed in their attitude that they just have to be right. This particular person's got a big ego. He doesn't want to be seen to be wrong. He believes in Bitcoin as a maximalist. And, this technology is absolutely groundbreaking. And I've said before, it's as big as when the internet came out in 1992. Now, I don't know anyone called Chris Larson being in, who's from Ripple. We all know who Chris
Come here.
Larson is. He basically compared where Ripple is an XRP compared to the tech boom of 1999, 2000.
Exactly.
And he always said, we're for XRP and Ripple, we're around 1995. Okay, so for completely mainstream adoption, will take place in the next 3 to 4 years. But
Okay.
so many people are just frustrated because XRP doesn't move. But people got to understand that it took a long time for Apple to move. It took a long time for Google to move. It took a long time for Microsoft to move. But that time is getting shorter and shorter. And I did
Yeah.
video on, well, like Instagram. I didn't know anything about Instagram, been out for 4 years, but the time of knowledge is getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah.
And when the masses know about XRP, and that won't be long, then it's going to be a completely different story. Again, only 1%, 1.8% of people globally in the world own cryptocurrency or even know about it.
It's
People
just getting started.
and there's over 3 exactly. And Chris Larson, if you can see that interview, basically said whoever's in the ground seat now is going to, I believe, is going to make themselves a fortune, because this is like technology that's bigger than the internet, seriously. And I was around, I'm old enough to remember the internet, seriously. And, we didn't start, we were trying to use it in 1994, and we just thought, this is terrible. No one's going to use this stuff. We were like, no way, no one's going to use this stuff.
You heard what Sue just said, guys. She said, if you got a seat on this train on the ground floor, you better be prepared for a life-changing opportunity.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
We're talking less than 1% of the world, in cryptocurrency for a start. And there's probably, 0.05% that are in actually XRP and Ripple, because I don't understand. The people that are against it don't understand the technology, but this is huge. I mean, people also don't understand that if you use SWIFT, you pay for money coming in and you pay for money going out. So
that's
the
insane.
costs are just exorbitant. They're incredibly expensive.
They get you from every direction. That's insane.
Absolutely. And, SWIFT have had many hacks,
Many hacks.
Absolutely. SWIFT clients have been hacked. They've actually got into the system. That the Bank of Bangladesh lost something like $200 million, through SWIFT and components of SWIFT. It's not a safe system at all, and it's because it's an old system. It's 1973. I mean, the hackers are pretty smart and clever people. I mean, they're all
that was before the internet. That was even before the internet.
Yeah, and they have found ways to get around these old systems. I mean, they don't even have that security, which is a big concern.
That's insane. I got
and
a huge
concern for the banks, seriously.
I got a huge shout out from Crypto Bill Armstrong. He says Sue is great. Sue is a great guest. Yeah, everybody's talking about you, Sue. They love you here, Sue. That's for sure.
Thank you so much.
CKJ and Sue, you guys. CKJ and Sue, you guys are awesome. Much love in the Bullish family. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Viking. 1,000 Bones. Ripple has connections in all the right places. Thank you for the super chat, Bones. I appreciate that. And Deshaun, the legend Goodwin, is here. I already like her. Yeah, that's what I figured too, guys. Because I got we got like a whole lot of new people now too. So I wanted everybody to meet Sue, because if you don't know who Sue is, guys, you're missing out big time. Like, you guys got to check out her channel. And I've seen other channels, like I said, I worked at Morgan Stanley and I worked here, and you can tell that, guys, listen, you can tell the difference of somebody that has a financial background by the way they talk versus somebody, I worked there, and they don't, they're not saying any kind of words that sound any kind of financial, that ring financial bells at all. So Tony XRPC, thank you so much for the super chat too, my brother. I really appreciate it. Yeah, everybody's like, Sue. They love you, Sue.
Now you're embarrassing me, man.
Sue and I are friends these days. Oh, of course. We're going to touch on that topic too. So,
Jason, we've always been friends, man.
Oh, Sue's the best. I'm telling you guys, Sue has such a big heart, and we'll talk more about that too. Sue, I also seen on your video about Ripple IPO. There's a big topic on social media is, some people say, will Ripple ever get to a point of having an IPO? What's your thoughts on that?
Of course they will, CJ. It's just a given. I mean, people want access to Ripple's equity, and it is just an absolute given in terms of.
I totally can't resist.
No.
Being the IT specialist.
She's the IT specialist.
Oh, thank you so much for helping us out today. Tell her I said thank you.
Susie has an IT specialist on her channel.
Absolutely. That's Liz for you.
Yeah,
that's the person that I work with in Amsterdam.
Oh, she helped out. I can't wait to get out to Amsterdam. We're going to party out there when I get out there.
Yeah, I love you for that. See, we can drink beer. I like American beer.
We'll drink some American beer, that's for sure. Matter of fact, I got some friends in Amsterdam. This is the one good thing about creating content is you meet people all around the whole planet. That's for
Absolutely.
sure.
It's a great place. I really love it.
Kenny
But
Williams
I think
said,
it's great.
"I'm coming too." You're more than welcome to come, Kenny. Come on, bro.
But yeah,
So
look, good IPO. There's no look. They're already doing private placements. They did a private placement December of last year, 2019, and it was over 200 million, and it got snapped up very quickly by institutional investors. Institutional investors would just buy Ripple just like that. It's a growth company. It's a technology software company. It have a price earnings ratio of 80 times. It would just be bought with its ears pinned back, basically. It doesn't surprise me that every private placement that goes up, which is before it gets listed on the stock exchange, it's bought straight away. And, another thing people don't seem to understand is Ripple can buy its own XRP off the market, just like you can buy equities. If you're IBM, you're Microsoft, you can go and buy your own equities. Okay, you can buy your own equities back, and you can cancel those equities.
Thanks,
So people don't seem to understand that you can go to the over-the-counter market as a corporate and go and buy XRP in the over-the-counter market, 25 bill, because it's such a large deal, you can't do it on the exchanges.
Damn, I didn't know that.
And once you bought that XRP, you as the holder of that XRP, you can do whatever you like with it, right? You don't need to. That doesn't need to come into the market again. It doesn't need to be in the circulating supply or the total supply. So people keep banging on about market valuation. Oh, look at the price by the circulating or the total supply. Market valuation itself is a very, very simple tool, a very simple market valuation for valuing the price of XRP. But what I'm saying is the total supply or the circulating supply could change. And someone like Ripple could buy 25 billion, or even a fund manager could buy 25 billion of XRP. It sits in their fund, never to see the light of day, right? Yeah. And that's what changes the circulating supply. A fund manager could sit on Microsoft stock because they buy it like anyone else, and it doesn't go into the circulating supply anymore. They just sit on that as a core holding for the next 25 years.
I did not know that somebody from the old company can buy a majority of the shares of XRP and sit on it.
XRP could be bought by anyone, and including Ripple, okay? And it has nothing to do with their escrow, nothing to do with that, okay? They buy it just like a corporate client is buying XRP, okay? But my point is, like anything, XRP doesn't have to be in the circulating total. So looking at market value or market cap, someone saying, oh, the market cap of, XRP is like 24 trillion, because they're looking at price by, total issue or, circulating issue. That can change, and people don't get that. It can change, and it does. I mean, in other markets, if you issue bonds or equities and you're the issuer, you can buy those back and cancel them.
Hold on, Sil. Can I stop you right there for 1 second?
As well,
I apologize for interrupting right there. That's the lines I was talking about right there, guys. If you're gonna buy bonds and equities and you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that, I'm telling you guys, school's in. And I hate to interrupt you, Sue, but that's just a perfect example, guys. Like, keep your eye out for that too, guys. There's so many people out there in YouTube world that say they got this background and that background. I'm telling you, Sue's the first person I bump into that actually has a background in finance. I've learned so much from her. And go ahead, Sue. Teach me, Sue. Teach me.
I just worry that people are getting told the wrong things.
Yeah.
And again, Ripple don't manipulate the price of XRP. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Okay, and I know there's people out there that say they do. That is just crazy. Ripple, the most compliant company, in America. They've opened up an office in Washington, for heaven's sakes, to lobby to the government about Ripple and XRP, because they want, obviously, the central bank and they want permission for banks to actually use RippleNet and XRP. They're the most compliant company, in the world. They, with all the regulation, with AML, the anti-money laundering regulation, the Patriots Act, know your client rules. They go through all that, and it's, these guys mean business, and if you manipulate your own stock or your own bonds or XRP, you can be arrested for that. That's fraud. Okay, even in the cryptocurrency market.
And that's kind of the question I want to go into right there. So I'm actually glad you brought that up real quick. Far as the, kind of like the Volcker rule and them rolling back regulations. I believe that also has something to do with dormant capital, plays a part in the Volcker rule. But that also goes off of, people accuse Ripple of manipulating the currency. And, I kind of believe, like you said, XRP is the most regulated cryptocurrency, KYC, AML. Also, people don't really follow the Patriot Act either. The Patriot Act has everything to do with finances, not to be manipulated.
And you know what really annoys me? You're right, absolutely right, CJ. What annoys me even more, there's over 3,000 cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
No one focuses on other cryptocurrencies. And I'll give another example. They say that XRP and RippleNet is centralized. That's garbage.
Garbage.
Ripple, it's garbology, as I say. That's
garbology. Tell them, Sue. Sue knows.
RippleNet has over 1,100 nodes, man. Over 1,100. There's been so many other cryptocurrencies have been hacked because they don't have many nodes. For example, Neo's got 6 to 8 nodes. It could run the risk of a malicious attack with a 51% attack.
Damn.
And what that means very simply is you only have 6 computers, in the world where someone could get access to the network just by controlling 51% of the network. And if there's only 6 computers around the world, or 8, it's very easy to do a hack, right?
So you're saying Neo has only 6 nodes and XRP has how many?
Over 1,100 and growing all the time. And plus they only operate 3% of that, okay? Give you another example. Stellar. The last time I looked, Stellar had 70 nodes.
70 nodes for Stellar?
Yeah, 70. But Stellar themselves, the foundation, the administration, controls 20% of them, right? No one talks about Stellar being centralized. In my book, that's centralization, If at least 20% being controlled by the admin, the admin and the foundation, that's centralization,
Now, what is the goal there with Stellar, though? Is it their goal?
Miners, 5 miners mining Bitcoin. They all seem to be Chinese. In my mind, that's centralization.
Okay.
This could go on and on. We look at IOTA, for example. The administration of IOTA, where you have to validate 2 transactions. IOTA, the foundation, 33% of those transactions are validated by the foundation. That's centralization.
Damn.
So honestly, man, and you see it within the hacks. I mean, Verge got hacked 3 times with malicious attacks.
Yeah.
Someone, a bad player or a hacker, someone incredibly smart, probably very young, got into the Verge network system and took over 51% of the network, all the different nodes, the computers, and got the coins and hacked it 3 times. It's a security issue.
Damn.
Ripple's done 50 million ledger batches, if you want to call it that, with millions and millions and millions of transactions. They've never been hacked once.
Damn.
Exactly, man. So, the list goes. But why don't these idiots, that talk garbology, why don't they focus on all the other cryptocurrencies that are scams, that the technology doesn't work? I could go on and on and on, seriously.
They want to attack the best one. What, 1,100 nodes, partnerships? That's insane.
EOS is valued. EOS has got a price of $3.30 or something. They did an ICO for about 14 months. One of the biggest ICOs, 4.4 billion.
Damn.
And yet, yeah, exactly. And yet the technology is just a platform. And even when they went to their own mainnet, the technology didn't work from Ethereum. They had problems, man.
Wow, it fell right
You
on
know,
their face.
why don't these idiots focus on what they should be focusing on rather than something that works, you know?
Like
And that's
Ripple.
the problem, they don't, you know, so they keep putting out all this stuff about Ripple and XRP and all this crap, you know, and the valuation should not be where it is. You know, EOS, which is, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I won't, you know, let's put it this way, I wouldn't buy it because I don't believe in it.
Okay.
You know, serious problems. It should not be trading on the cryptocurrency market at $3.30.
Okay.
And Neo should be trading where it is. You know, the market is just stupid as far as I'm concerned, really.
Yeah, they're not adding up at all. I want to give a huge
No.
shout out real quick to XRP Matt Morrow with the super chat. Thank you so much, my brother. Maybe Susie can ring and tell what's that Sokomo to buy what's that 56 million XRP. What's that? Oh, Satoshi Nakamoto and buy 56 million XRP and hold it until it goes to 10K and sell in Australia. Debt is paid overnight. Boom, Susie for PM. Susie for president. Oh Lord, you guys are wild.
I don't like politics. Seriously, politics is a horrible game. And
I think Matt Morrow is from Australia too, though. Ain't you from Australia too, Matt? Matt Morrow. I think he's an Aussie too. Shout out to all my
I love
Aussies.
the Australian accent there.
Yeah, he's loving it. John A is here. John A with the super chat. Getting twitchy. I may have to add a small bag of. I might have to add a small bag because this is so good to hear. Sue is making great sense and her knowledge is appreciated from. Let me see, it went away. From this trader here. I looked up Sue Esotric website. Thumbs up. Sue is amazing. Whoa, they love you, Sue. I told you they're gonna love you here.
Thank you so much.
XRP Viking Sue, what's your bullish short-term price prediction and long-term price prediction? Short-term meaning 1 year, long-term meaning 5 years. So I'm assuming that Viking wants to know maybe if he can get a price prediction on XRP at 1 year and 5 years. And XRP Matt Morrow is Sokomo is RPM. Does that sound more?
Well, you know, I'm, you know, as I said, I'm releasing a Udemy course, and it'll have all, you know, all the tools there for giving a valuation on XRP, but also it'll basically have the new valuation, and it's certainly, as CJ said, it's certainly higher than what I put out 2 years ago.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a few minutes, guys. That's one thing I'm looking forward to talking about is, you know, Sue's video. If I can show it to you guys right here. Well, let me see. If I go right here, well, I don't know where it's at. Anyway, Sue's popular video, guys, when I originally had her on the show a few years ago, it was XRP at $334 per XRP once we get 10% of Swift's market share. Now, she's actually said she's reevaluated the whole situation and she has a much higher prediction than 334. And we're probably going to jump into that within a few minutes. So that might sum up your question. Now, is there an Aussie politic named Sucamo or something like that? Because I'm not understanding what XRP Matt Morrow was saying. He's saying SCOMO is RPM. Prime Minister? Is there a Prime Minister in Australia or something? I'm not sure what you're saying, Matt Morrow.
There's a prime minister, obviously, but it's not what he's saying.
John A is saying it too. Is Prime Minister Sucamo or something? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Sokomo is the prime minister. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Southside 215. Let's get this money. 2K, honey.
Morrison, but I don't know who he's talking about. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's a Scott. Where is he the prime minister at? His name is Scott Morrison.
Yeah, Canberra in Australia.
Oh, Canberra, Australia. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Because Australia's pretty big too, right? It's like the United States. You might have.
It's seriously big country. Yeah.
They got like different time zones and everything, right?
Yeah, we have, and it's like only 24 million people, and it's huge. It's a massive big country and so different. The beauty in Australia is incredible.
Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry to hear about them fires that happened in Australia. That really broke my heart. Big
all the
time.
people that got killed and they lost their houses and all the animals, and apparently they're going to burn for weeks on end.
I know that's
the problem. Once the burning starts, it's very difficult to stop that burning unless you have massive amount of rain, for sure. But
that's what
terrible.
we need. I'm going to do the rain dance. What about lots of sharks? Or Australia sharks infested water, says 215?
Not everywhere, but certainly in WA, you've got to be careful if you're in the
You might get 8. You might get 8.
There's a lot of things in Australia that can kill you, yeah.
Oh,
Definitely. You know, snakes, spiders, all sorts of things. I mean, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
wow.
But yeah, but look, it's not as bad as people think, seriously.
XRP agent is here. William May. Susie, I love your work. Yeah, Susie's amazing, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, XRP agent. So good that you're here. Miss Australia, Darcy B. All right, guys, our next topic we're going to go into, I kind of talked to Sue a little bit about it ahead of time. Now, I know this one right here is kind of touch and go because I know how some people feel about certain exchanges and some people feel this way about exchanges. But, you know, Sue did make a video that maybe was somewhat controversial a few months ago about BitTrue exchange. And as I bring the news, you know, I feel I need to cover the news because, you know, like people like me and Sue really are concerned for people's best interests. You know, I was explaining to Sue right for the stream, I haven't had no kind of luck with BitTrue. I've had 2 different crypto amounts that I can't get off of there. There was 3 issues I had. I can't get my crypto off of there. Now I can't get my VeChain off of there. And there was another issue. I never got any of my referrals. So, and I've just never had a problem with an exchange like that. I mean, I've used Binance US and I've used Coinbase US. And I don't really want to bash BitTrue too much, but I am concerned. I am concerned as being a content creator that, you know, brings the most news and we're concerned for people. So,
Yeah.
you know, what was your, I didn't really follow the whole BitTrue thing at that time, Sue. Do you care to comment on that at all?
Well, look, I don't think they're a bona fide exchange. I think there's a lot of risk with BitTrue. They're very small. There's been a lot of different reports that they falsify volume. And honestly, it's not worth losing your XRP over. I've had a lot of clients tell me that they didn't get the VeChain drop. They, you know, couldn't get their, you know, coins out. I just think it's too much risk. Seriously, for 8%, it's not worth losing, you know, your XRP, you know, for an 8% return. Also, you know, when I met them in Amsterdam, they were saying, and I met them in Amsterdam, and that certainly wasn't me advocating them. I just went to hear what they were going to say.
Yeah, that's right. You're in Amsterdam.
Yeah, absolutely. They were saying they were paying, you know, fees to people out of their marketing costs. And, you know, look, yeah, the system, as far as I'm concerned, you know, their system doesn't work. I don't think it's a bona fide exchange. I think there's a lot of problems with it. And I for my money, I would not be comfortable leaving it there or putting it on there. I think you've got to stick with the large exchanges, the ones that are regulated like Coinbase, Gemini, certainly Binance, because it's about liquidity and flow as well. You know, Binance got over 9 million clients. So you've got liquid, deep markets. You know, there's no liquidity in this exchange and there's no deep markets. And, you know, I've read many reports and I believe in these reports that they've actually falsified their volumes and their turnover. And, you know, that's not a place where I want to be, seriously.
Exactly.
You know, and this is the thing, people don't, if you don't know what you don't know, you actually don't know. And people, you know, jump up and down about paying me, you know, $2 for a video, but, you know, people could lose thousands and thousands of dollars sitting in the wrong exchanges because, you know, they're not what they make themselves out to be.
Exactly.
You know, and, you know, you've really got to know, you've got to learn and you've got to pay for that learning because you could save yourselves, you know, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 depending on how much you've got invested.
Yeah,
You know,
big
and
time.
if you don't know, you just don't know. But
Exactly.
you know, there's risks in exchanges. I mean, you know, this crowd, you know, they come from China. You know, you're going to have Buckley's getting money out of them if something happens. You know, you're going to have to deal with Chinese law. You know, seriously, and you know, you got to be kidding. I mean, you know, I looked into them, and I would not, you know, give them any money. Seriously, I say to all my clients, stick with the large exchanges for many different reasons. You know,
Wow.
obviously, Coinbase is licensed, they're insured, they're regulated by the Security Exchange Commission. So is Gemini. You know, Binance is huge. I don't have any problem with Binance either. But You know,
And they
you
just
just
got
have to
approved from New
really
York
care.
Department of Financial Services too. That's what
Yeah.
really concerns me now. It's like, you know, when we first got in crypto 2017, of course, all exchanges were similar. There wasn't regulation. We were all taking a chance. And we've seen
Yeah.
the amount of exchanges close down. And
Yeah.
once they close, it's not like, oh, I'm going to call Chris, whatever his name is, and hey, where's my crypto? These people
What about
disappear.
check out their LinkedIn profiles. Seriously, some of the people behind that exchange don't even have their faces on LinkedIn. They don't seem to have any credible experience or skill set. You know, and I'm not trying to be, funny here, but if your name's something Wang or something, whatever, there's a lot of Wangs in China. There's a lot of, you know, shoes in China. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
you're just giving your money away, seriously. And look, according to CoinMarketCap, there's about 330 exchanges, but globally there's anything from 6,000 to 9,000, and they're all trying to find clients. With
Wow.
giveaways, we can give you 8% for this and everything else. But how do they pay the 8%? Where does the money come from? If they're not making turnover in terms of business, in terms of trading, to clients buying and selling, which is where they make their money. If this crowd's not doing that, where is the money coming from to pay you the 8%? Are they selling some XRP? Where's the money coming from?
That's what I'm kind of wondering
You
because
got to
them
understand that's
payouts got to be ridiculous. I mean, somebody sent me an email the other day that said basically they're running some kind of program. If you deposit $2,000 USD into Bitrue, then they'll give you back like a small percentage every week or every month or something.
I'm
But if you
sorry.
really think about it, that's like picture
I'm suspicious, man.
picture Coinbase saying, "Oh, okay, guys, we're running a new program. Deposit 2,000 USD in here, and we'll do this interest-free loan." Or same thing with Binance US. I mean, I just don't see that as being like that wouldn't fly in the USA. So
Yeah.
I
Look,
just
there's a lot of exchanges that are like that, and you've just got to be so careful, seriously.
yeah.
Deal with the bona fide exchanges, and I've done, videos on this as well. And, because there's so many ways in this crypto world of ours that you can lose your money. There's so many scams. There's so many ways that you can lose money.
I think
And
everybody's scared to say something. I think everybody's scared to say something until somebody says something. Because XRP hodler, Bitrue ambassadors are dropping like flies. Is it true that Crypto Eddie really resigned from being an ambassador? Does anybody know for a fact on that? And
yes, she did. She did. She was an ambassador. And I copped a lot of flack from her about saying, I didn't, I thought Bitrue, because I sent it out on my Twitter, and I told my clients I wouldn't deposit with them at all, according to my
yeah,
research, my analysts. I can't understand why people would support them. Obviously, anyone that's an ambassador for Bitrue are getting paid for it. So, I've got a moral issue with that,
yeah, that's the thing. They were
and,
supposed to be getting paid so much XRP every month or
how
every
someone can
week,
tell
and
you the truth
so
if you get paid,
XRP can be kind of blinding a little bit. If I'm getting this
you know?
XRP payment, that's like,
You know,
oh, don't talk bad about them. But
yeah,
uh,
it's not ethical, right? To tell your own clients
oh, she
to
did say she was.
be true when you're getting paid for it, for heaven's sakes. In other markets, that's illegal. Okay.
Yeah, big time, big time. So Deshaun
Yeah.
Goodwin, you said you saw her video. She said she did resign,
Yes.
and believe it
Yeah.
or not, that was
Well,
really the
yeah, I
only
mean,
thing.
I didn't see it, but one of my clients told me that she resigned.
That was really the only thing that gave weight to BitTrue for me. It's like once Crypto Eddie said she's an ambassador, and I know they say do your own homework, but when she said she was an ambassador, I said, oh, okay, they got to be good because I know Crypto Eddie's really, really smart person. So she
Yeah,
resigned,
well,
1,000 bones.
again, she should have disclosed to her clients. And I'm not being, by all means, I'm not being critical about crypto area at all. I'm just saying if it was anyone, it doesn't matter who it is. But if you're getting paid by someone to say something's terrific when I believe it's not, um, that's dangerous, right? Because
If Ari resigned, guys, I highly recommend withdrawing your crypto today. If
I mean,
Ari's not there, I don't know about that. Oh man.
how can you say something's great when you haven't done the proper analysis of it? And you're telling your own clients to deposit with them when they could run the potential of losing their money. Look, I work seriously, seriously hard in what I do because I think you know, you guys out there and you girls out there, you work seriously hard for your money.
Yeah.
There are so many scams out there, and I generally don't want the average person, you know, or the poor person, you know, to lose their money. I mean, I came from poverty. I know what it's like to be poor.
Yeah,
Seriously.
exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I mean, you know, our parents work their guts out. We do too. And, you know, I'm not going to get paid by someone to tell lies. I won't do it. You know, the amount of people have come to me to say, please support our exchange, please do this, please. They've actually said to me, name your price. And I've said, I'm sorry, I'm not for sale, because I don't want to lose my integrity, and I don't want to be paid, you know, to, you
Yeah,
know, and
exactly.
saying something's not right. And I wouldn't do that. I just don't want to do that. I wouldn't do it. Money is not my everything. Yes, I'd like to get paid for what I do, of course, for
Exactly.
content.
My thing is on that really quick is
I'm not for sale to tell
you
a
know,
lie.
like when BitTrue first picked up the ambassadors, that to me was kind of a red flag, because you know, CZ's out there making relationships in Russia and Singapore, and he's friends with Crypto Kali, and you got the guy from Coinbase who, you know, partnered up with the guy from Backed, and like you got these exchanges out there really making real partnerships and real connections. And then you got an exchange that's making, I mean, you're making good connections with people in the community, but those people, you need to make connections with people that know people to get your exchange regularly. Are you working on a bit license? Are you working on regulation? You
Absolutely.
know, I doubt this person. I mean, they can tell everybody on Twitter, "Hey, buy XRP from BitTrue," but is that going to get them regulated? No. So
No. I mean, look, you know, I always look at where the exchange, you know, comes from. I always look at the skill set of the people. I mean, the
we
fact is on LinkedIn, if someone has a very strange, funny profile on LinkedIn and there's no skill set or no experience, and they don't even have their picture up there or anything, or, you know, you've got to start questioning it. You know, honestly, they're mobile. I mean, these people came from Cheetah Mobile. And if you look at Cheetah Mobile, when Iris and Curtis were working for Cheetah Mobile, I mean, they were implicated in some fraud with Google. I mean,
wow,
you know, which Google had to take off some application because these guys were implicated in some fraud there. I mean,
damn. I
you know,
guess
you've
one
got to do
last.
your homework. I mean, seriously, people are prepared to spend thousands on investing in coins, and yet they won't go to someone that knows. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
Exactly. One
You
quick
know,
question. I see somebody that said Sue made a video. CSI Crypto Eddie made a video about why she's no longer there. Do you think you can tell me like one or two sentences why she said she's not there? I'm just kind of curious. Maybe did
so
she say we went separate ways? I realized it was a fraud. It's just not for me anymore. I'm just kind of quick question on that one. And for going into the next question, Sue, it kind of is going to also solve. First thing, guys, I'd like to welcome everybody to Start Your Day with CKJ. If you guys do not know, we got the legend herself, Sue from Esotric Trading Solutions on the show.
no, I'm not. I'm just an average, really average.
Link in the description for her
Average.
channel, guys. You know, everybody's been talking about the world famous 334 prediction. This is from Sue. This is from Sue's video. It's been uh, copied millions of times, different news sources. Everybody's took our video and made it their own. But here's the thing, guys. Sue has a financial background. She said once Ripple gets 10% of Swift share, then that'll put us at 334. So I kind of want to combine this with two questions. I seen somebody in here, Sue, asking, what tokens does Sue own? And also, everybody's been messaging me, you need to have Sue back on the show. I heard that her evaluation is much higher. Oh, hold on. Shout out to Farshad Rahoni. He sent a super chat too and said, I've been listening to Sue for a very long time. She is super nice and very smart. Thank you, Sue, for everything you do. Thank you big time, Farshad. I really appreciate that, bro. William Gitlett. Sue, I love your channel. First, we love you, Sue. We love Sue. There's like so much love in here for you, Sue.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you,
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh, Sue's the best. Sue's the best, guys. So basically, my question is going into the 334 prediction. I'm hearing there's a higher evaluation, and people are dying to see that. because of your knowledge and your background, and also someone is referencing to what is Sue's top picks. I mean, how could somebody access that information?
You could access that information if you became a member on my Slack education channel, or if you access Patreon, which is $45 a month to get access to Slack, which has an enormous amount of information in terms of databases for literally 60 different cryptocurrencies, which we've been collecting for the last 3 years. Now we have chat channels, we have videos on trading, all sorts of things. We have a investment portfolio channel with my portfolio in there, which is made of 19 different cryptocurrencies. Obviously, of that, I hold Bitcoin clearly, because you've got to buy Bitcoin just simply because when the masses come in, they know Bitcoin, it will go up because of that, but also there's only 21 million coins and 18 million have been already mined, okay? So that's a given as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, I'm
XRP,
with you
obviously,
on that.
another 17, but yeah, the best value is the $45 patron, because it actually gives you access to Udemy.
But it has different tiers too, though, right?
Yes, I do. I mean,
So,
Udemy, I'm going to be selling that course for $150. So,
okay.
and that's basically got 82 lectures, 13 or 14 financial maths spreadsheets on valuations for all the different asset classes. There's a lot of information, huge references, everything, because it's a structured approach to valuation models in the equity market, the bond market, the foreign exchange market, as well as cryptocurrency. And there's case studies and everything. So there's a lot there, but that will be selling on Udemy, for at least $150 US.
Okay, I
Whereas
see what you're saying.
all that stuff on Patreon, joining my Patreon for $45 a month.
Now, is there different?
What you get is amazing, I think.
So is there a $45 tier and that's it, or is it like a $10
Yes,
tier?
that's my top one, $45
Okay, so the
tier.
top tier is 45, but you were saying something about a $10 tier too.
Yeah, my lowest one's $10, but you don't get access, obviously, to Esotric and to everything in my channels, which is a lot.
Okay.
Crypto trading, crypto investments, all sorts of things. We've got malicious attacks. We've got government. We've got lots of things. Private coins. I mean, I talk about everything, right?
Okay.
And then you've got $10, $20, and $35. But the best one, if you want to see everything, is $45 a month, and that will give you access to Udemy as well and to the valuation. Now, Udemy, I've just done all the course and everything, and they've just confirmed that it's nearly ready to go. So will be released in the next 2 weeks or so. But if you become a patron member at the higher end, $45, which is a special, by the way, because normally my esoteric subscription is $550 a year up front, but because I want to build a Patreon and offer absolutely exclusive content on Patreon, because I'll be minimizing what I put on YouTube, you'll get to see a lot of other things as well. And it's about learning. If you learn, you're basically reducing the risk of loss and not understanding and not getting ripped off. I mean, there's so many things in the cryptocurrency market. I mean, it's more volatile and there's more risk than all the other markets put together. Seriously, whether it be currency, whether it be commodities, whether it be bonds, whether it be equities. There are so many things that people don't know
Exactly.
in the currency market, in terms of technology, in terms of malicious attacks, in terms of losing your coins. I mean, there's so many things against you as an investor, and if you don't know what you don't know, you run the risk of losing money. So the learning curve should always be learning about cryptocurrency. I mean, I certainly am.
Exactly. And I want to add off of that real quick too, Sue. And I hope I don't hurt no feelings. I probably will. 2020, I don't even care. I'm raising the bar. This is my thing. Is I've seen other content creators that want to start a Patreon, and they want to charge, I don't know, $4.99 or whatever they want to charge, and I just don't see these other channels bringing actual in-depth research with the background you have to, that's actually bringing value that could be paid for. Like, of course, you're, And that's one thing, guys. I know people are gonna be upset that like don't create content out there and like, oh, why should I pay for this or pay for that? I can go get it for free. But here's the thing: people don't realize like far as like me doing content, like I'm busting my ass from morning till night, tipping, researching, and it takes a hell of a lot of work that goes into it.
Absolutely.
And I don't have nowhere close to the background that Sue has. I mean, just
Everything I
imagine.
do, I substantiate, you know, and honestly, it's a lot of people do content, but it's not correct. You know, you
Exactly.
pay for what you get. You pay nothing. You know, most of the time you're going to get garbology. Obviously, excluding CJ's channel, of course,
Yeah,
channel.
damn
But
right.
you know, most of the time you're going to get, you know, garbology, and that's what it is. And most of the time, what people do say is just totally incorrect. Honestly, you know, if you want quality, you've got to pay for it, and that's the way the market's going. Certainly, if you want quality information that you know is right and it's substantiated,
Tell
so
them,
many people
Ion.
it's not even substantiated. They go, oh, Ripple's going to be XRP is going to be at 500 and whatever. Where's the evidence? Where's the, you know, where's the analysis? Where's the valuation tools? Where's the spreadsheet? How did you value this thing? You know, they just
Exactly.
put it out there so that you guys, everyone will watch, you know, and put out this big, you know, bright headline, Ripple to 100,000 or XRP to 100,000,
With no,
just so people watch it. But, you know, most of the stuff, honestly, is, with
with
no
no,
disrespect,
with,
garbology.
no, with no facts. With no facts.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Sue, you got everybody hyped today. BitTrue is
So,
trash. And then Ion says Sue's Patreon is well worth it. That's for
yeah,
sure.
also, you know, look, I came out with BitTrue 3 months ago because I generally don't want people to lose money.
And I felt
I
bad. I felt a little bit bad for you when that situation happened because I've been in a situation before. I remember when I called out BitConnect as a scam. I
yeah,
called out BitConnect as a scam, and I'm telling you, I got like 5,000 thumbs down. People were so mad at me. You're blocking your blessings, and you were
people.
actually just genuinely concerned for people.
Absolutely.
And you
It's
know,
sort of, you're not trying to, you know,
and they
say
got
something.
upset. They got pissed at me, just like the same way
You
with you. You know, they're thinking
know?
BTR is going to go to the moon, and they got 50.
Yeah.
You know, one thing if they're targeting the XRP community, and we got 1,000 XRP pairs in the Power Piggy. I mean, it's just I don't know.
It doesn't mean jack shit if they're doing no trading turnover. If they're not making any money and yet they're grabbing your money, think about it. You know, it's very logical what's going to
Yeah,
happen
these
here.
outrageous deposits your money into our account, and then if they disappear tomorrow, you can't call SEC here. They have no jurisdiction over them. You can't
Absolutely.
call nobody. They're going to be a ghost in the wind, living on the beach the rest of their life with your money. And
Absolutely. And those guys have made 100 million out of the crypto community.
it's
Nice. You know,
big time, big
you know,
time.
money for some people is everything. And there's so many scammers in the cryptocurrency market. It's not funny.
You know what's kind of
Mm.
ironic though, real quick though, is I never got my referrals, and I think you're supposed to get 5 XRP or a referral from them. So I got frustrated after not getting my referrals. So I said, okay, I'm gonna put my buddy Spanish Fly's referral link in there for a while. And now I just seen Spanish Fly type that she never got her referrals either. Is there anybody else in this room right now that never got their referrals from referring somebody to BitTrue?
Well, that's not, you know, that's not,
That's what?
I mean, honestly, well, yeah, that's bad business practice. I've never heard of such a thing in my whole life.
But I'm starting to
Seriously.
think now
You
that we're
know, that's,
mentioning it. Look, this is two different people. Here's Derek right here. I never got mine. Digital Dave. I never got mine. Um,
maybe that's what happened with the ambassadors. They didn't get paid what they were supposed to get paid, so they resigned. You know, I
Missy,
mean,
Missy sent me messages saying they were breaking up her transactions when she tried to withdraw. They would only send her half, and then she had to withdraw the
that tells
rest.
me,
Double
honestly,
transaction fees.
that tells
Um,
me manual process. You know, they don't even have a proper exchange. I think it's a totally manual process. And honestly, people just see the 8%, but they run the risk of losing, you know, their coins. That's just crazy, right? And it wouldn't surprise me that, you know, the people that have backed them, because they are getting paid, maybe BitTrue are not paying them what they said they would. You know, it's just that simple.
Well,
If
that's
they,
what happened with Bones. Basically, is he had some kind of agreement set up, and the next thing you know, they wanted to go back on that agreement. But then Bone said that there was a miscommunications there too. But the whole miscommunications is enough for me. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Even
You
people.
can't, trust people you're dealing with, seriously. I mean, trust is everything, honestly.
I'm gonna switch subjects after this because I don't want this to become like a BitTrue bashing thing. But I mean,
No,
it's right on the money too, exactly like I predicted. PB Smack never got my referrals. So just in that one topic right there, I've read what 5, 6 people, 7 people that never got the referrals. I mean, come on, this is that's
yeah.
too much of a coincidence. I've never had a problem with Coinbase or Binance, and we got multiple people in the same stream that's all having a problem. That doesn't add up to me. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've had clients tell me the same thing. So it is worrying. Not about referrals, but not being able to get their coins out, or if they did, they'd get half, or there was a problem. It just smells to me of a manual process, and that to me is dangerous.
Oh, my
Seriously.
last quick story. One day I almost got screwed big time. I remember I forget what it was. It was a token that was dropping real fast. So what I did is I hurry up and tried to sell. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna sell these right now." So now if you go on Coinbase or Binance, you sell. You don't gotta worry. It might take some time, a little bit longer to sell, or whatever, but it'll sell. So I sold all the tokens. I came back like 10 minutes later just to check, and it only sold like 10%, and it put the rest of my crypto back, and then it crashed on me. So,
Mm,
so like basically, when I put my sell order, and that sale should have been completed. Like they were like splitting up the sales. I mean, there's just way too much going on with them. It's just way too shady.
so you made an order for sell at market. That should have been executed.
Yeah, no, they don't execute it. They execute 10%, and they hurry up and put the rest back before you notice.
That's,
That's sick. Corey Reeves with the super chat. Good to see you, my brother Corey Reeves. Thank you so much, guys. And I will say one more last thing too is I'll also say that I'm only hoping that maybe BitTrue is somewhat new and they're working on regulation and getting their stuff together. Because I don't want to see nobody go out of business or fail. So I just hope they get their stuff together. But as of right now, I don't know. I don't know.
I wouldn't go there with a barge pole, basically.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with Coinbase either. Just like I'm
Yeah,
saying, Binance gave me my 15 just for signing up. Got the 15, no problem. I never
yeah,
got one XRP from and
yeah.
then they're also flashing the thing. I seen somebody share it yesterday. Register to win 60,000 XRP.
Yeah.
That's the
There's going to
that's
be a lot of exchanges that are going to, fall by the wayside and that are going to go broke or something, and there's going to be a lot of them.
one more.
So,
Oh, that's a good question, Sue. We're gonna get out of here like in maybe 5 minutes or so, so I don't want to hold you up forever. That's a good question. Do you have any thoughts on XLM or VChain?
on Stellar or VChain,
Yeah.
look, I don't believe Stellar is a competitor of RippleNet at all. Okay. Stellar hasn't really got any clients. I mean, yes, IBM, big deal. IBM's actually in competition with Stellar because they're looking at their own cryptocurrency. I mean, Stellar, may have 1 or 2 clients, but to me, Stellar is not a competitor of Ripple.
Well, I know it's not a competitor to Ripple. We know that much. But the point of the story is lately Stellar is starting to gain a lot of momentum in the community. I see a lot of people that's talking about Stellar. I got a good friend that started making videos about Stellar. Uh, I mean, do you think it's a project that maybe people should kind of look at, or
No, for my money, I wouldn't be investing in Stellar.
okay?
That's what
Okay. Uh-oh. I'm glad Dustin Dio's here. Don't tell Dustin Dio, everybody. And I'm just messing around.
And maybe they're getting paid by Stellar, but I wouldn't. I mean, to me, why invest in, I don't know, like,
Don't have you had a chance to do a deep dive on Stellar yet, though?
why invest in the bike? Yeah, I've already looked at Stellar. Why invest in the bike when you can invest in the, Ripple, the greatest speed
See that solves that right there,
rocket
guys.
in
If you
the world?
if it come down to a choice, XRP number 1 says, "Damn right, Sue, you're a legend." You made that so.
Stella's, tried to be on the, the coats of
Oh,
XRP.
Dustin Dio's here. Oh, Dio, I love you, Dio. I'm just messing with you, Dio. You're a legend.
But
I got.
as I said, Stellar is centralized as well. It is centralized. They don't have a lot of nodes. Any cryptocurrency technology that doesn't have a lot of nodes can run the risk run the risk of a 51% attack, okay? You know, another thing, you know, Stellar had to burn 50 million or something of their of their coins because they couldn't get rid of them, right? You know, so, you know, and also if the foundation operates 20% of the nodes, that's centralization. They don't have the network, the hardware that RippleNet has. They don't have the topology. They don't have the client base. You know, there's just so many other things, right? I would not, for me, I wouldn't be investing in Stellar. There's better opportunities. You asked me about VeChain.
Yeah, they're going crazy about VeChain right now.
VeChain has got a fantastic. Look, it's a fantastic story. VeChain.
Oh,
I mean, I
okay.
spoke to my clients about VeChain 2 or 3 years ago.
Whoa.
It's actually, Brent, and it's very, very, as far as I'm concerned, very underpriced.
Whoa.
It's a gift, man. Where else can you buy something for less than the price of a toothpick? Nothing in this world is you know 0.005 cents, wherever it is.
Wow.
No, that's a gift. And also, you bought one of their nodes. That's a gift.
You're making everybody smile now, Sue, because actually VeChain has gained a lot of momentum in the community.
You know, if you buy one of their nodes, I mean, I've looked at, you know, buying one of their nodes. I can't afford it, but, you know, if you can, that's a gift. It's annuity income. You know, VeChain, you know, the valuation would be high. And if you own a node, you're going to make more money, you know.
Damn.
Like it's a gift. It's a gift. I mean, those guys have this incredible market. They're doing so much with China and all over the world, you know, in terms of food security, mainly in terms of luxury goods. VeChain's an amazing story.
Wow.
And yes, I do own VeChain. Absolutely.
Damn, you made a lot of people happy right here, especially driving Bugatti. He says Sue is the best guest ever. You should sign up for her Patreon channel right away. Driving Bugatti, you're amazing, my brother. That's for sure, definitely. As a matter of fact, I will have
so many partnerships. It's an amazing story.
And in that group, what you have like maybe like a monthly meeting, or you do videos, or you know, you say they have access to you. I mean, how does that consist of?
Within Patreon, I'll start to do some live stuff, but I'm just not doing it yet. But I will, yeah.
But what, they can like DM you personally and ask you about stuff, or what do you think about this and stuff like that?
If you're a client of mine, I'll certainly look after them. Absolutely.
Oh, so if you're a client, Sue's gonna take good care of you.
I'm not a client. I mean, I get asked so many questions from so many people that just aren't prepared, you know, to pay me. And the reality is, you know, I need to be paid. A girl's got to make a living somehow. I get $100 from YouTube. That's it. That's the only money I earn, you know, apart from my subscriptions for Esotric. You know, and that's why I went to Patreon and FlexChamp, because, you know, I'm not trying to big note myself, but, you know, I do know a lot. I've been around for a long time. And, you know, in my day, people used to get to do everything, not just one specialized role. We used to get to do everything. And so, you know, you pay for quality, you get it, basically. That's it.
I gotta ask this one. Sue, have you ever had a chance to look at Casino Coin? Casino Coin?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what you think about Casino Coin?
I don't like it.
Oh, for real?
Don't like it. Much over the barge pole.
Oh Lordy, I never really looked at Casino Coin too much, but I've never been a fan.
You know, every coin or technology I look at, right, out of this 3,300 cryptocurrencies, coins and tokens, I always assume they're a scam first. 99% of them are. So I always assume they're a scam first until they can prove me wrong.
Wow. So here's Sue's.
My Craig Gallagher said 95 to 99% will not be here in the next 2 years, and I believe him.
Damn right. You got that right. So if you guys want to be on the right track, I would definitely I would hit the link in the description and check out Sue's channel. It's called Esotric Trading Solution Teaching Crypto Markets. Now, as far as the 334 prediction you guys were talking about, from my understanding, it's a much higher prediction. She said she did a whole new reevaluation, and I believe she does have that on her Patreon channel if you guys want to check that out.
I mean, the thing is, right, people got to understand with RippleNet, they can do ICOs, just like Ethereum, just like the Waves platform, just like EOS,
Yeah,
just
they
like any
could.
other platform, they can do ICOs. You can build anything on their ledger. Now they're in competition with Tron, because, music creators can go onto XRP and sell their own music for XRP, right?
Wow.
Not only that, you can put anything on top of their ledger, and they can be in competition with anyone. People don't realize that, XRP, the platform of RippleNet can take anything and be in competition with anyone. That's why I cannot understand why the market hasn't worked that out.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
mean, these guys can do anything. You can put a writing. They're talking about. Another thing on RippleNet, a social media thing.
Oh yeah,
Again,
I've seen that.
they're in competition with every other cryptocurrency technology that's social media. So Ripple going down the social media route, they're going down the YouTube route, they're going down the content creation route for all different content providers. Not only what they do on the banking side. I mean, they're bought an exchange. Think about it. They're bought an exchange. Why do they want an exchange?
Wow.
You
Yeah,
know,
they're ready to do some real
you know,
business.
they could easily go and buy something with a banking license. I mean, they bought an exchange. These guys are very clever and they know what they're doing. They're in every large country in the world they need to be in. India, China, Brazil, they're everywhere.
Global. This is huge.
Yeah. And they're just getting more and more clients every day. And people can't see that. They must be pretty stupid.
Wow, you got that right. That's what I'm saying. Danny Loft with the super chat, my favorite person in the whole wide world, Danny Loft. The
Yeah.
plays are BTC, XRP, ADA, VET, and HOT on a 2-year hold. Danny Loft, you are a legend. And Catherine
I think
motivates.
that is incredible. It's in a different industry, of course. It's in scanning, food and luxury goods to make sure food is legit. Luxury goods, and they are what they say they are. I mean, China, for example,
Yeah,
China,
V-Chain.
we've got a massive food fraud situation. Where food is not food. I mean, massive problem over there.
Y'all
There's
better.
food everywhere. Rice is not rice; it's made of plasticine. Pork, which is going through the roof in China because people eat pork. Pork's not pork; it's paper mache with dye. So VeChain's technology can scan literally the pig, from the field to the pork on your plate. I mean, it's an incredible technology.
Y'all gonna have to lay down after this stream because Sue is just making y'all brains smoke. Y'all gonna have to, y'all gonna have to lay down and get some rest after this one because Sue.
I like talking about all this stuff. I find the cryptocurrency market just fascinating, man. I
I
really
know this is what's so amazing
love
about it. So much to learn. And we
it.
got a
Yeah.
special guest here. Catherine motivates. ACKJ and Sue. I love you, Sue. Considering the
And
volume of
honestly,
XRP, I love.
honestly, hand on heart, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, man. Really, what we've got now is this is like knowing what the internet was going to do, in 1992 and investing in all the internet stocks in 1993, 94.
Exactly. The
This is the
internet of value. Massive opportunity. And this is what I said, all walks of life. You got for people that said who is Sue, I seen somebody said who is Sue. Sue has major banking background. She's probably the first person you've ever heard talk or, was around that actually used Swift, that, understands this technology sucks. Major banking experience. Actually, her friend, they do a venture together and she has major banking experience also. And so
been around the markets, middle office and back office for 30 odd years, and
before some of you guys were
knows
born out there.
everything, seriously. And that's what I'm doing with Udemy and everything. We're doing courses on that. But it's a very exciting time that we're living in. Seriously.
Yeah.
The millennials don't want to invest in equities or bonds or houses. They want to buy cryptocurrency. They're very switched on. They're absolutely right. That is where the value is going to be. Even fund managers and big money managers, look at Fidelity. Keep an eye on Fidelity because those guys, the Fidelity, which is one of the largest fund managers in the world, a US fund manager, $2 trillion they have under management. They were mining Bitcoin before anyone else was 5 years ago.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Now they're going to custody and trading and all sorts of things. There's, some people you've got to really keep an eye on, because, what they do is going to be the next mover to what happens in this market.
Yeah, they're the leaders in
so
the innovation.
much opportunity,
I
really.
think I got a quick question for you. From Catherine Motivates. She says, "Hey Susie, considering the volume of XRP and the amount of money circulating in the works, what's a realistic expectation for an XRP price?" So
there's a lot of money in the world. There's a settlement funding, cash funding settlement problem of 200 trillion. Okay, so all the people in the cryptocurrency market, a lot of them, YouTubers will keep banging on about 100 billion. XRP's got 100 billion, but if we're talking about RippleNet, fixing a $200 trillion problem that the banks can't fix.
yeah,
How much money do you think XRP is going to be worth? Seriously, it's logical, right?
that's my motto.
Because $200 trillion problem where nothing settles instantly or within 3 seconds means that every fund manager, every bank out there that doesn't use RippleNet and XRP has to fund everything, because they never know when the settlement's going to take place of real cash. So it'd be like, for example, how can I say this? You're waiting for money to come into your bank account, right?
Okay.
And you're going to come in on the 15th, right? But because it's foreign currency and you've done it with a bank, it doesn't come in until the 18th. But you want to draw money down, but you can't do it because, you won't have any money against your credit card or anything else. So you have to keep money in your credit card until this money comes in on the deposit side. And that's what the banks have to do, right?
Exactly.
So they have to wait for that money to settle from the foreign currency, but they never know when it's going to be. So they have to keep money in another bank account,
like no
so that at least they've got some surplus to use that money before the other money comes in. It's sort of, I'm trying to explain this very simply, and the cost of that is very expensive, right?
Exactly.
Because if you don't know when the money is going to come in, right, you're waiting for it to pay bills and pay everything else. What happens? You can't get credit, you can't pay your rent, you can't do this. It has real live consequences, to how you're operating your life. I mean, you may not be able to get a loan because you can't pay your mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Or not get another something, a credit card because you haven't paid your mortgage, because you didn't know, you're told the money comes in on the 15th, you said, right, I'm waiting for that money, but I need to pay everything else, right?
Exactly.
Well, the banks can't take that risk. They owe money to everyone else. So they have to keep surplus cash because they can't take the risk the money's not going to be there.
I heard you pretty much echo the same thing I just said to prior, where I've been saying is when you try to like really put a price on what XRP, the value of X per XRP, I don't think you can, because you got to look at the problem that it's solving. Like, we're solving a 40-year-old problem that wasn't solvable, and now we have technology that can solve that. So I don't even think we can begin to put a price on XRP. Me personally, some say I may be too bullish. And I think I got one more question for you. One more question. Danny Loff.
Incredible technology.
Incredible. He says,
Really?
I don't know anything about running nodes. I have 6 million VChain, and am I missing out by not doing? Would it make a big difference?
Yeah, well, you should. I mean, you got a lot of VChain. I mean, you could stake. I mean, VChain nodes are really cheap at the moment. You could stake. You only need $1 million or $1 million and 1,300. Sorry, 1.3 million or 1.5. They have all different types of nodes, and you can earn staking rewards on that to go and buy a node. I mean, the more you know, the more expensive VeChain becomes, the more transactions they do, you know, the capital appreciation of these nodes, it's going to be unbelievable. And you're right at the start of it. You know, I certainly, if I had 6 million VeChain, I'd be thinking about buying a node, definitely.
So
You're in a-
Danny, I would check it on that node, Danny. That's for sure. You don't want to miss out. That's for sure. Danny, check out that VeChain inside node. Danny's probably looking it up right now.
I mean, if
So,
he's not sure, he can always come to me as a client, and I've done many videos on this for my clients. So,
for real.
look, you know, there's so many ways you can make money in the cryptocurrency market. You just have to know how.
So how does that work real quick?
Staking-
Say for example, if a client requests a video, does that video go toward that client, or does that video get uploaded as in the library also, or is there like a library of content that
yeah,
would be?
I have a lot of libraries. Like in my psych channel, I've got probably about 60 channels, and we have a VeChain channel, and you know, everything's updated that happens to VeChain on a daily basis. And you know, we have, you know, videos in there and everything. You know, I have reviews of VeChain. I've been looking at VeChain for the last 3 years. So,
Okay.
but, you know, again, you know, a coin like that, the technology it has is incredible. And you can, you know, because it's so cheap, the coin, you can actually buy a node so cheaply, like for $2,300 US.
Wow.
You know, getting you a return of anything from 2.5 to 3.5, 4%. You know, an annuity income, like, you know, every, you know, week annuity income, you know, to me, it's just it's a gimme. It's money for jam, basically.
I got a XRP Venture. XRP Venture says, XRP Venture, thank you so much for coming on my show the other day, XRP Venture. I would love to have Sue and XRP Venture on the same. Oh, that would be an epic show. Here's XRP Venture, Sue, if you haven't had a chance to meet him. He says, imagine shipping and logistics, shipping container, payments, and vet authentication. Hi, Sue. So, yeah, that's, yeah, Matt. Imagine shipping and logistics, shipping containers and payment and vet authentication. Hi, Sue. Yeah, guys, that's and that's one thing I'm excited about too. Like Sue was just saying that, you know, as far as the possibilities of where we can go with the Internet of Value, I think we're just getting started. That's for sure. That's for sure. So I guess I'm gonna leave it with this. I've seen quite a few people saying, "What is Sue's new evaluation?" So I can at least do this much. So Sue, with your new evaluation, you're saying is it higher than 334?
Yes.
And it's
Yes,
a very similar situation to where maybe you did some new research and you're saying that once we get X amount of what Swift, is it still Swift's market share or
no,
market share or?
they get. For example, they put on the Siam Bank of Thailand, the largest bank in Thailand, and the oldest, okay, just recently. Now that bank's got 16 million clients, okay, and they're in all of Asia, and you know, potentially going to use XRP as well. So every new bank they put on, or every new corporate they put on, or every new person or whatever they put on, if that person or corporate or bank has a client list, like, you know, the Bank of Siam, of 16 million clients, they've all become Ripple Net's clients.
Exactly.
You know, and the outreach is massive, right? The outreach is massive. I mean, Ripple Net's like an octopus, you know, again, PNC, you know, they've got 8 million clients. They're Ripple's clients, Ripple Net's clients. You know what I'm saying? It's not just 300 clients. You know, look at behind the client. You know, MoneyGram have millions of clients.
I never looked at it like that. Even though they said we have 300 clients.
Absolutely.
That web's out.
Millions and millions and millions. MoneyGram's got millions of clients.
Millions.
They're clients, right? You know, they're strategic because they focus on, you know, big banks or big money movers like MoneyGram that basically have millions and millions of clients. RippleNet is very smart and very strategic.
Wow.
You know, another thing, you know, TD Securities, you know, you'd know TD Securities, you know, TD platform. You know, it's an equity platform, one of the largest equity brokers in America. You know, there's some talk that they might take on RippleNet. Now, those guys would have millions and millions and millions of clients. You know, if they put XRP on their platform, you know, we're talking another millions and millions and millions of people, right?
Wow. That's a lot of damn people. Guess what, Sue?
And honestly, someone like MoneyGram, you know, they can get all Western Union's clients because every time you do
All of
something
them.
with Western Union, and all of them cost you 10% for everything you do with Western Union. Why are you going to do business with Western Union when you can go to MoneyGram and it costs you nothing, literally?
Literally nothing.
No, I mean, this is the whole thing. When this gets traction, people realize, crikey, I'm not going to do anything with Western Union. It's costing me an arm and a leg. It's costing me a fortune. I'm going to go to MoneyGram because, you know, it's cheap. And it's no wonder people want to take over MoneyGram, you know, because MoneyGram, as far as I'm concerned, is still really cheap, you know, where they're at. I mean, it has gone up in the equity market, but it's still only $2.77. And it doesn't surprise me that Alibaba tried to take them over early last year.
Have you
And it
been?
was not back, you know.
Do you recommend buying any MoneyGram stock?
I mean, I have some myself. That's my personal opinion, but that's for me, right? I think it's honestly,
Well,
you know,
I've been stuffing my MoneyGram bag, stuffing my MoneyGram. I gotta have some MoneyGram, that's for sure.
you know, it's cheap. It's cheap as chips. You know, these guys, you know, they're smart. They're going to take out every other FX provider because they've got the competitive advantage of using Ripple, Net, and XRP.
Damn right.
You're going to lose every other provider like Western Union and other people that do this stuff, right? It's common sense stuff, man. It's like if Ripple became a bank. You know, they can, on their cost side, so cheap, so they can show every other client's banking client, a 1% mortgage, man. You don't tell me that every client is going to go away from Citigroup and Morgan Stanley and everywhere else to Ripple Bank. You know, they're still regulated like everyone else. They've got an Security Exchange Commission. They've got a license. They're regulated under the Banking Act. You know, it's just common sense stuff, man. Honestly, it's
Common
common.
sense stuff. My last question, Sue, and I'm sorry, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, sure, because it's getting late.
My brother Danny Loft says, Sue, what is your opinion on ADA?
Cardano.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, Charles Hoskins is a very, very smart guy.
Okay.
My only thing is, I'm not saying it's not a great investment. I'm not saying that at all. And I did like Cardano in the past. But again, they've taken an awful amount of time to do anything. They don't seem to have many clients. They are academics. And, you know, I've got this view. I used to, do some work for the universities, in Australia. And academics seem to take a long time with anything because they're academics, right? They just take so long to get anything together. They're not realistic. They're, literally rocket scientists, and
That makes sense.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, exactly.
you know what I'm saying? And, they use a different language, but it is a platform. You know what I'm saying? It's a platform, like Ethereum, like Waves, like EOS. There's a lot of platforms out there for ICOs. Yes, they use Haskell language, different programming language, and yes, they think they're smarter and everything else. But what would be the advantage of me, for example, investing in a platform that gives me nothing else? There's many, many platforms out there, like Ethereum Classic. I mean, as I said, lots of platforms. So why would I want to invest in Cardano when there's so many other opportunities for investing? What else is it going to give me? Yes, they say with better security, we can do things faster, blah, blah. But it's all a wish, right? They don't have any clients. Either the bottom line is, how many clients do you have? How many users, right? Without usability, without utility, why would a token go up?
I think they, I don't know, they keep delaying their launch or something. So I guess, I don't know, they want to perfect it, I guess, or something like that.
It's taken them an enormous amount of time, seriously, to do that.
That's true.
And honestly, Ripple just, everything they say they do, they're going to do, right?
Yeah, they've been Ripple all the way, that's for sure. Alrighty, guys. So I cannot thank Sue enough for coming on today. Guys, listen, link in the description. The first thing I want you guys to watch is Sue's 334 video. It actually went viral. It's over 100,000 views. It's a hell of a video. Check out Sue's channel, guys. And if you're interested in getting some real knowledge and joining her Patreon group, and you're probably going to get what you pay for in this group. She's going to do her own research. You know, nobody's. Now let me stop. She's gonna do her own research. So
Yeah, I don't watch anyone actually, and you know the reason why I came on Joseph's show is because Joseph, you know, basically got me on about 2.5 years ago. So I don't do YouTubes with other people, and I really like Joseph. I think he's a great guy.
oh, thank you so much. That's what Venture said too, and Danny and everybody else. Anybody that meets me knows, you know, this is the Bullish family. And I told you, Sue, we got the best community here, the Bullish family. You know, of course, there's a lot of wild trolls out there, but if we stick to people that support us and they
And
do
I
support
hate that
us,
stuff. Honestly, there's so much cruelty on the social media. It's to me, it disgusts me. And seriously, and I mean it generally. People should be nice to each other, be kind to each other. The world's hard enough as it is for everyone. It's just shocking, you know.
yeah, you got that right.
It's so wrong of people to be so nasty and so critical and so cruel. It's just horrible. Seriously.
Gio says, thank you,
I hate
Sue.
those trolls. I just,
Sue,
you know.
Sue, you're so great. Sue, are you married? Sue, you look beautiful. Sue, thank you so much. Whoa, Sue, they're in love here, Sue. Thank you so much, Sue, for coming on.
See, man.
And you know one thing
Bless
I'm gonna try to throw this out there to Sue real quick. I know Sue has a channel. I would love to stop by Sue's channel one day and maybe have a live stream on her channel, you know, and the community will come through, support you, and I think it'll be a good try. I was telling Sue about.
I'd be scared of doing live, but yeah, I could do it with you, Joseph. No worries. You'd have to help me do this.
Yeah, but we'll just do it from your channel, and you know, so people come through and support you. It'd be a good thing. Yeah, that's for sure. And I bring all my mods through, and trust me, my mods don't play no games. Anybody says anything wrong, off with their head. So
yeah, I like that. I'm old school, off for their heads.
yeah. My mods will take care of you. They're all mature. I got a very mature audience here. That's for sure.
Yeah,
So,
no, that'd be awesome. Yeah, thank you.
guys, show some love today, guys. Make sure y'all please subscribe to Sue's channel. I really appreciate that. The Mod Squad. Sue is the best. We love you, Sue. All right, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys can please smash some thumbs up and hit that subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning.
I really appreciate it. Thank you. See you, Joseph.
See y'all, guys.